What's going on, everybody? This is the Burn Down. I'm Justin.
I'm Eric.
Today's episode is crazy sales stories. We're both in sales. We've got some killer stories from over the years, and we're going to talk about them coming up next on the Burn Down.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Burn Down Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about... you see
that, right?
Oh, you see this?
Oh, you see this, right?
Yeah, it's available. This is available now. We got it. Yo, check out the back, though. What up, though?
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Sorry, I had to completely cut you off with the new merch, man.
The merch is fresh off the press. Just came in today. We hyped.
We probably should have waited a little bit, but I couldn't fucking wait, man.
We've been waiting a long time.
I was ready to go.
We got the merch.
So the merch is ready. The brand new t-shirts. We got small, medium, large, XL. Slide into our DMs if you want one. And I know you do. We know you do. Woo! So today's episode is going to be a quick one. It's going to be more of a conversational one.
Yeah. So I
haven't conversed in ages.
We're both in sales, and we just said I had a good story yesterday when I was in the city. And I said, let's just have some funny sales stories, some loopy stuff. You know, we deal with people every single day, so we have to have some funny stories. When you're in sales, it's a people business, and there's a lot of loopy, a lot of crazy, a lot of weird people out there.
Oh yeah.
So let's cut the cigar first. Let's get a drink poured, and let's swap some stories. What do you say?
Let's do it. So what are you smoking
today? I have the Nova Club Edition.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong with a Nova. Nova, if you guys don't know, a boutique company down in
Nova.
Down in Delray Beach over there. One of our favorites, fellow guest, Leo, has been on the podcast. Our first guest of this podcast was Nova Cigar. What do you got over there?
I don't know. Thinking about this one.
That one's good. I've had that. I think I've had that on the podcast.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's the one I'm going to be doing.
Perfect.
This is... Oh, look at it. Oh, I was like, where the fuck's my cutter? This is the Bandolero Special Selection 54 by Traficantes. This is Series T. I think this is by Traficantes, right? It says Traficantes.
I thought that was United Cigars, honestly.
I thought it was United too, but then I saw Traficantes on the label.
Maybe it's like a collab cigar?
Could be. But this is Bandolero Special Selection 54 Series T.
And then what we drinking on is this Smooth Whiskey by Old Camp, American Blended Whiskey. Old Camp, USA.
Yeah, this was a birthday gift. I've never opened it. As you can see, it's completely sealed. But it's American-style whiskey, and we're going to give it a shot.
20% bourbon whiskey, 2-year-old, 80% grain, neutral spirits. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
But we're going to cut these. We're going to light these. We're going to pour that out. We'll be right back. Dog, let's get into it. So, this is more of a conversational podcast. We like doing these conversational podcasts because, it's a little bit more flow. We have a lot of videos that we're putting out that are more focused on specific topics for cigar smokers, whether it be, top 5 cigars or how to cut a cigar, how to light a cigar, or top 5 reasons why you should start a podcast. Oh, the lemon, too. Did you even squeeze it in there or no? You just dropped it in?
You let it chill.
Dang, you guys squeeze that bitch.
Nah, you let it chill, baby.
Let it chill.
Try it. Try the Eric Chill version, all right?
So now we decided to start doing a little bit more of these conversational ones. We have a topic, and we're just going to kind of go back and forth, much like chilling in a lounge, right?
Yeah.
So we got some crazy stories. We're both in sales.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got plenty of stories from over the years about crazy customers, crazy things that happened to us.
So let me tell you.
And something happened to you, and I want to hear this story, man.
So this happened to me yesterday.
The floor is yours.
So I'm going to try and make it short, but just focus on the points here.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, that's so much lower. Pour some more. It's not even covering the lemon.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is this?
What do you think? I'm a child? Come on now.
I have a child. So, anyways, yeah, pour some. You know what that's from?
Titanic.
I have a child.
I have a child. Please, I have a child. I'm all she has in the world.
It's all I have left in this world.
Yeah. Did you pour me some more?
Oh, I thought you were good and you just fucked me over.
Okay. You just maybe fucked me now. So I'm in sales. So I work with electrical contractors.
Before we do that, let's cheers to the episode.
Here we go.
Cheers to the episode.
Cheers to the episode.
All right.
Cheers to sales.
Let's hear this story.
So I'm in construction sales. I work with electrical contractors, general contractors, developers, people like that. So I had this general contractor come to me last minute. The project's already started. It's like, I need this now. What we originally were doing with didn't work out. I need a number now. And we had like a mutual connection. That's how he found us. So I jumped all the hoops. I did all the things I had to do, connected all the dots to get him where he needed me to be. I did a lot of stuff for it. So
yeah, pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, pulling out, and we're texting every day, calling every day. He's texting me while he's on vacation. Hey, you just send me the email. Constant communication. I'm like, all right, this guy's serious. So after I send him over everything and work it all out, just ghosts me. I'm like,
just like that.
I'm like, you know what, man? I've been down this road before. They want, and they get it, and then they use you.
Oh, so wait, hold on. They already got it. Like you,
I sent over my proposals for the bid and everything like that.
Oh, so it's not like they didn't get their product yet or nothing.
No. Okay, they sent out the proposals for the bid. So then like 3 weeks go by, and I've been calling them, texting them, nothing, no answer. So I said, you know what? I know the job site. I know the address. I'm just gonna go to the job site and just say, what's up, man? Just want to know. Hey, did you make a decision? Did you go with me? Did you not go with me? Just let me know. I don't like to be left unhinged. So I go there, go on the job site, get the hard hat on, going over. End up I'm in the cellar of a freaking like 18-story medical facility that's going up. And it's this guy, and he's in a jacket. I'm on a Mac computer. I'm like, hey, I'm Eric from so-and-so. I'm looking for so-and-so. And he's like, Eric from so-and-so in New York City here with me in my office. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a weird one. All right.
Oh, jeez.
So I ended up figuring out that it was the owner and the developer of the building who has done many, many other buildings throughout New York City.
Just chilling in the basement.
Working on something. Half Italian, half Greek guy. So
half Italian, half Greek?
Yeah.
This guy is connected somehow.
Who knows?
One of them. He's connected to one of them.
We're going back and forth. This man gives me like 45 minutes of his time. We're going back and forth trying to iron out the details. He ends up telling me a story about, for people like in the Northeast in New York, they remember Wohlbaum's grocery store.
Yeah.
He helped build the first Wohlbaum's, blah, blah, blah. So I guess he could see like the younger, hungry guy in me and him. So he's like, before you leave, let me tell you a story, kid. Just like that. And I was like, oh.
Calls you kid?
Yeah. I'm like, this is like a movie. I'm like in a cellar basement in New York City with a building being constructed. And like,
this is how it starts. This is the story that you remember.
So he's like, let me tell you a story, kid. I'm like, all right. He's like, so I helped Mr. Wohlbaum build his first store. I was a young kid. I was a little arrogant. I didn't appreciate things I appreciated today. I'm like, okay. And he goes, so I help him build it. Brings me over to celebrate. And he's bringing me around, hey, this is the kid that made me Wohlbaum's. This is the kid who made me Wohlbaum's, blah, 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 blah. So he's a pretty successful guy. So I said, hey, Mr. Wohlbaum's, what is your secret to success? And he goes, my secret to success, kid? I take on a lot of shit. I deal with a lot of shit. Something like that. He's like, everyone's in the room laughing. Everyone's cracking jokes. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I asked a terrible question. Why did I ask that? And he brings me under his wing, and he's like, I deal with a lot of shit, kid. You know what I mean by that? I wake up in the morning, my wife gives me shit. I go down to the store that you built me, I deal with customers, and they give me shit. I come home, I deal with my kids, and they give me shit because they want more stuff than I can give them. I deal with a lot of shit, and that's why I'm successful. So he goes, Eric, I want to work with you on my terms and not yours. I deal with a lot of shit, and that's why I'm successful. See what you can do. And I'm like, okay.
Take a lot of shit.
So he's obviously a cajillionaire, a huge entrepreneur. We admire,
which is indeed a number, cajillion.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So we admire those type of guys. We read the books, we listen to them. So I came out of that conversation. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like,
you feel drunk.
I was 45 minutes. I was so focused on conversation because like this could be like a pivotal moment, in my career almost.
Yeah.
It's like if I never went to that job site, who knows when it happened. Yeah. So I'm such in a daze. I'm in the car. telling my colleague the story. So you're in Manhattan, right? So you know the blocks are already tight. There's cars on left and right side parked.
Yeah, there's room for like half a car.
Exactly. So I see a minivan that's kind of like to the right, but it looks like she's parked to the right, and I'm like, really? She's stopped right here on this tight road? So me being in such a daze, I'm literally going around her, and our mirrors are like this, and she's looking at me like,
"The fuck are you doing?"
And I'm looking at her like, really? Like you parked at this? So it's like, as soon as my mirror gets like this much further, she goes and hits my mirror. I'm like, what's wrong with this lady?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Then I realized, holy shit, the light just turned green. I was just going around her at a red light. I was not even paying attention to the traffic.
She was stopped at a red light.
Oh my God, I'm like,
gonna go right through it.
Because this conversation, I was like, holy shit. I'm like, I was just like speaking to someone who has like made it, like someone who we talk about all the time, an entrepreneur, a million cajillionaire that's made it. And I was able to have like 45 minutes of his time, and I was like, wow. So hopefully,
put you in a freaking trance.
Yeah, it did. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully my hard work and conversation pays off. But that's what started this whole conversation. So
got to take a lot of shit, man.
Got to take a lot of shit, and it's true. You do got to take a lot of shit.
I'll tell you a story about taking some shit, and it's funny because it reminds me of you got to take shit from customers. Like he was saying, I get to the store, customers give me shit. But you can't really say anything, right? You just gotta eat it. You gotta take it and say, I totally understand. I get where you're coming from. I'll do everything I can, whatever, right? You gotta take it. Sometimes you want to be like you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
But so there's a story of I had a customer down in Philly, in Philly region. There's a town called King of Prussia.
Yeah,
down in
sure.
Right, KOP they call it.
KOP.
And I had a customer down there, and he sends me an email and he says, "Hey, listen, the part's not working." All right, for those who don't know, I'm in the semiconductor business. That's my day job right now, semiconductor sales, okay? And it's a shit that's inside your cell phone. That's why I always tell people, because everybody, nowadays, a lot of people know what semiconductors is, but...
It's a shit inside your cell phone.
But, everybody goes, what's semi... I'll tell you, I'm a regional sales manager for semiconductor manufacturing. What the fuck did you just say? We make the shit that's, inside satellites, inside your cell phone, inside computers, all those tiny little fucking chips, we make that. Anyway. Customer says your part's not working. I'm like, all right, what do you mean my part's not? What do you mean it's not working? He's like, it's just not working. I go, all right, well, tell me, what do you mean it's not working, right? Is it did it blow up? Is it not outputting voltage? Is it not turning on? Tell me specifically. So he goes, it locks up, it freezes. Because it's a part that kind of, you can use your computer to talk to it to kind of evaluate it. So he had the part hooked up to his computer. He's evaluating it, and he's like, "Hey, it doesn't work. It locks up, and I can't talk to it anymore." So I said, "Okay." So I go down there. I go to KOP, and I go into his lab. And I'm like, "All right, show me what you're doing." Okay. He's like, "It just does. It freezes on." I said, "Show me." So he's like, "Okay." So you watch. I turn it on, no problem. I turn it off, no problem. He goes, then I turn it on, I turn it off, and I turn it on, I turn it off, turn it on, and it fucking freezes. I look out, I'm like,
what the fuck are you doing?
Well, why the fuck are you turning it on and off 1,000 times in a minute?
Why is he doing that?
He was just like, it just freezes on me.
But what's his explanation?
He didn't have one. He just goes, he was basically trying to break it so that he could come to us and be like, see, your part doesn't fucking work. I told you. I go, but in what real world scenario would you do that? If I went to my microwave and pushed the start button 1,000 times in under a minute, it would probably freeze on me and break, and it probably wouldn't work anymore. But of course you can't. I wanted to tell you, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you do that? But you can't do that.
Maybe you just liked your pretty face.
Dude, you can't do that. Oh yeah. So that was he was always an interesting customer.
That's a good one. You traveled all the way down to Pennsylvania to deal with it
For that.
Yeah.
Needless to say,
Then you got back on the train and went home.
No, I went out and I got drunk.
Oh. Well, at least it wasn't totally not worth it.
Oh no, I went down. I saw a couple other customers in the area. You get right, but I'm like, you brought me down for this?
Man, come on,
son of a bitch.
So,
but you have to come up with some bullshit excuse, like oh, I told him there's there's a delay. You got to give it half a second delay otherwise you're sending something when it's still trying to read the print. Come up with some bullshit.
I got some good stories about door knocking,
cold calling.
No. This is cold knocking. cold knocking on your door. I'm not here to sell you a Bible or anything. I'm here to sell you some TV, phone, and internet. So this is my first job out of college, right?
90% of the population hates you guys.
But you know what? And that's why I said, you know what? I said,
I'm here to sell you some Verizon Fios.
I could probably, if I really tried hard, I could probably remember my pitch. But I took it as, you know what? I said, this is the bottom of the bottom for sales. Jordan Belfort used to go door to door
Selling meat off a truck.
Selling mortgages. Mark Cuban used to go door to door selling garbage bags as a kid. I was like, you know what? If I can learn anything from this will only make me better.
Mm-hmm. Builds character.
Yeah, because I was working 6 days a week, almost sometimes 12-hour days, rain, sleet, hail, or snow. I was out there. So I was in a tough neighborhood in Long Island, right? And what you had was you were able to have once you made enough, you progressed in the period, you would get a tablet, because originally you would go to the person's house, do everything over the phone. Then once you got an account executive type of way, like you bumped up one from like a salesperson, you got a tablet. So thank God for that tablet, because it felt like it saved my life. So I'm in a rough neighborhood in Long Island. It's like maybe 7 o'clock in like December. So it's dark and it's cold. I'm walking around and this dude comes up to me. He's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, I'm here just selling some Verizon Fios. And he's like,
literally just like you're walking on the street.
Yeah, just some
and he
dude.
just shows.
He's
What
like,
neighborhood would you in?
Wyandanch.
What?
Wyandanch.
Bruh.
Yo, I made money in Wyandanch.
At 7 o'clock at night in Wyandanch.
Wyandanch, I made money. So, I'm in the street, walking to the next house. Guy comes to me, he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm selling Verizon Fios." He's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "No, you're not." I'm like, why am I not?" And he goes, "You're a cop." I go, I said, "I have a Verizon jacket on." He goes, "If you're not a cop, you hear this blunt." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I get drug tested, sir. I have a job. I just like Verizon, whatever." He's like, "Nah, you'll hit this blunt." I'm like, I don't want to. So I'm usually not quick on my feet. But this time I was. I guess it was a fight or flight response, because I'm like, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, like this guy about to fucking jump me right now, and his boy's about to come out from all fucking corners, and I'm about to be laying in a fucking pile on the floor.
I'm like, oh boy. So I said, "Hey, have you ever had Verizon before? I'll show you. If you had a previous account, I'll pull it up on my tablet and it'll show you." He goes, "You know what? I have. I'm in collections with him now." I said, "All right." I said, "Regardless, it'll still pull it up." So I got his name, Johnny Boombots, 123 Main Street.
Yeah, it was not Johnny Boombots.
Put it in the tablet. Put it in the tablet. He owed like, I don't know, $5,000 or something. So I said,
he owed them?
Oh yeah, he didn't pay his bill. So I pulled the tablet and I go, "Here." I said, "Look, see, it popped up. If I didn't have the Verizon database, I wouldn't be able to show this." And he was like, all right, I respect that." And he goes, "I would just recommend you probably leave soon." And I was like, "Say no more." And I left.
And fucking out.
Got in the car. I was like, "I'm never doing that again."
Did you ever go back to Wyandanch?
Nope. I was like towards the on my way out. So I was like, "I'm never fucking doing that again."
Negative.
Bro, he comes up with me like with a blunt in his mouth, and I'm like, "Fuck, this is not gonna be good." And he was like pressing me, and I'm like, "You got?" I don't know what made me say it. I was like, "Hopefully this guy's Verizon." I'm like, "Give Verizon, I'll show you." And he was, "I had in the past." I go, "Thank God." I said, "Give me your info, I'll put it in."
For those of you who don't know, Wyandanch is a rough neighborhood in Long Island.
Yeah, not the best.
Not the best neighborhood in Long Island. Lots of crime, some shady shit goes on in Wyandanch.
Not the best.
I used to play flag football in Brentwood.
Oh boy. Well,
I used to play basketball in West Hempstead, in the middle of like the housing district in West Hempstead.
Oh shit.
I played ball at Coe's Neck Park in Baldwin. This isn't even a sales story, but I was like driving to go play ball because a kid that I played against in high school reached out to me on Facebook, connected somehow. He's like, "Hey, listen, I'm on a league, an outdoor league. We need an extra body. You want to come down? Are you still ball?" I said, "Yeah, I still ball. I played in college. Of course, I still ball." So I go down there, and I'm driving, and I'm in a new Benz. I had a new Benz at the time, right? I just bought myself a Benz, and I'm driving, and you get off the highway, and it's in Baldwin, And again, Baldwin, not as bad as Wyandanch, but still not a great neighborhood. So now I'm going through and I don't know where the park is. I'm going deeper into the neighborhood, deeper and deeper. And there's just houses like boarded up. Just deserted houses, boarded up houses, people like on the stoops just doing coke or crack or
Gambling.
Whatever the hell throwing dice in the like I'm in the middle of the hood.
Ghetto, my friend.
And I pull up and all of a sudden here's the park. Middle of the neighborhood. And I'm driving my car, I'm like I go to the parking lot.
I quickly regret this decision.
I go to the parking lot and there's no spots. And I go, fuck, I'm going to have to park on a side street. So I'm like, this ain't going to be good. I'm going to go play ball, come back. My car is going to be... I was like, I had a nice car, right? It was a brand new Benz. I'm like, black on black. And I go,
gangster shit.
So I'm like, shit, where the hell am I going to park? So I drive around for like 10 minutes, just driving around. I found like an Escalade. And I'm like, oh, I'll park behind the Escalade. I got a 50-50 shot, man. I was like, I got a 50-50, man. You either go for the Escalade or they go for me. And I was probably overreacting. Obviously, nothing happened, but it was just funny because I'm driving. I'm like, where the fuck am I? Like, you and Wyandanch, I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Dude.
But
you said cold calling before. I do have a cold calling story. So when I lived in Atlanta when I worked for AT&T, part of their business sales leadership.
Business ethics.
Business sales leadership development program, BSLDP. And so what that is they take young kids out of college and young sales professionals all over the country, and they bring them down to Atlanta, and they put them through a sales program, and then eventually they put them throughout the United States, in territories. So I was the only dude from New York. We had a dude from New Jersey, and we were the only real Northeast dudes. So essentially everyone thinks, oh, New York. You have the everyone thought I was in the mob.
Everybody thinks you're in the mob.
Everything like that.
I get that all the time. Are you connected? You in the mob?
So, and most of the people in my class are from the South or the Midwest. So everyone's a lot slower, calmer, nicer. So we're banging out cold calls, right? Bah, 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 bang out cold calls.
Bah, bah, bah.
Getting money. Getting money.
Well, so one guy calls me. I call this guy like in fucking Michigan. And I didn't remember what I said. I was like, "Hey, yeah, this is Eric from AT&T. We help small businesses, with technology, blah, 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 blah." And he goes, "I don't need any technology for my business." I go, "Well, how do you make any money? How do you run a business?" And I kind of just said it like kind of being a chameleon, just like kind of giving it back. He was like, "I don't need any technology for my company." I go, "Well, how do you make any money? How do you not use any technology?" And as soon as I raised my voice, I could see everyone's in the cubicle's head just going and just snap. Everyone's head just snapped. I was like, "Well, how do you make any money?" And everyone was like, "What?" So and then
it's like that scene from Wolf of Wall Street when they're like, "How the fuck did you do that?"
Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence and welcome to the Investors Center. Bye-bye.
How'd you fucking do that?
I didn't do anything. He kind of hung up the phone on me. But everyone was like, "What? Why were you yelling at him?" I go, "I wasn't yelling. I was just matching his voice,
raising my voice."
Yeah. And he goes, everyone was like, "Oh wow, Eric yells at people on the phone. I would never be able to do that." I was like, I wasn't even yelling.
That's how we talk at the dinner table.
That's how we talk in New York. I'm like, this guy's not even from New York. He's from Michigan. So, but I'll never forget because like the way I was sitting, I was like in the corner. So I had like some people over here in my peripheral and some people over here in my peripheral. So I was like, "Well, how do you make any money?" And I could just see everyone's going, like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck did you just say?" And ever since then, everyone was like, "Eric yells at people on the phone. Eric yells at people on the phone. Eric's from New York.
Okay,
Eric's from New York. He's mean." I'm like, oh boy.
I had a guy yell at me just the other day on the phone. So I had a customer we had this big, so they're talking about, they had an order. And obviously with the whole COVID situation, we have factory shutdowns. There was a fire in one of our factories. A lot of shit's going on, right? And essentially we had so for instance, all the factories that got shut down last year, right? We couldn't make any more product. Yet we still had all the demand coming in. So a lot of demand coming in because people were just working from home. So we had all these medical business went through the roof, right? But we can't make the product. So fast forward now, we had this company that's got small order, like not even a blip on the fucking radar. Okay, this order is like $20,000 and we're a $7 billion company. Okay. Like peanuts. And it's not even the fact that it's a small order. It's also the fact that it's a customer that isn't a big target customer. It's not like an Apple, a Google, right? It's a tiny little customer. And I asked the guy, the distributor who basically fulfills the orders. He's like the middleman. I asked him, I said, how much business did they do with us last year? He goes, about $30,000. Like all of 2020? He goes, yes. I'm like, okay. So, which is nothing, right? I said, how much are they slated for this year? He goes, this is the order. 20,000 pieces. They got another $20,000. They have 30,000 pieces. I'm like, okay. I said, listen. And they're asking for like, oh, we got to expedite. We got to pull in the delivery date. We need sooner. I'm like, listen, that's just not going to happen. I'm like, it's too small of an order. The customer is not a big customer of ours. I said, we're basically on allocation mode. Like, this is the amount of parts we got, and they're going to our top tier customers. Priority first. I said,
it's the way it works.
It's just the way it works, man. That's not just me. That's everybody. So the customers all pissed off. They go, they want to get on the call. They want to get on the call. I'm like, I'm going to tell them the same shit I told them in the email. Same thing I told you. They're like, we got to get a call. I'm like, all right. All they want to do is yell at me. I'm like, that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Let's get on the call. I'm already wasting too much time with this. I got bigger fish to fry for this tiny little, right? So I'm already wasting too much time. So I get on the call, and the guy they have everybody, literally fucking like everybody. I thought it was going to be a call with like me, the Disty guy, the Disty account manager, and then like the two customers, like the two guys from the customer. It was literally me, 3 guys from Disty, and like 6 people from the customer. So I'm on this call, right? And there's no like...
You're a conference call.
There's no like preparation. They just go, they go on the call, right? And they say, okay, thanks for getting on the call, blah, blah, blah. And I said, so tell us, where are we at? What's going on with the order? Like right to me. And I go, you invited me to the call. So typically like the general rule of thumb is you introduce the call, introduce everybody on the call. How's everybody doing? Blah, blah, blah. Like bring it in. Nothing. Just boom, like...
Direct.
I go... Okay, so I go through my spiel. I tell them everything. I'm like, listen, this is the market environment we're in. So unfortunately, we're only top tier customers or expediting. I said, there's really nothing. You got to put yourself in. I was like, I put myself in their shoes. Like, I totally understand, right? You be understanding, you be sympathetic. I get it, right? I said, I'd be doing the same thing you are, but you got to put yourself in my shoes. I said, if I were to bring 20,000 piece order to a $7 billion company and I bring it up the food chain, I'm going to get fucking laughed at. Okay, so I'm just telling them like it is. I said, listen, I'm just being honest with you. I always appreciate when somebody else is honest with me, and it doesn't sugarcoat anything. I'm telling you like it is, all right? Go through my whole spiel for like 15 minutes. And I'm talking to like basically the CEO of this company. Going through the whole spiel, 15, 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, after 20 minutes, this guy unmutes himself. He goes, that's bullshit. He goes, I'm sorry. I've been listening for 20 minutes, and I haven't heard one honest, a genuine thing from your mouth. You're freaking bullshit. The guy, he goes to the CEO. I'm sorry, Mr. CEO, but that's bullshit. And he just, like, I can't believe what I'm hearing yelling at me over the phone. I'm just like,
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
this motherfucker right here. I said, and then the CEO chimes in. He goes, listen. He goes, you can obviously tell that we're frustrated. And I can tell in my head, I'm thinking, there's a reason why Mr. CEO is where he is, and Mr. That's bullshit is where he is. Yeah. Okay? Because this guy can't control his emotions. This guy goes, listen, man. So, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, I want to get on a weekly phone call with you. I'm like, I'm not getting on no weekly phone call. I'm like, get out of here. But after 20 minutes, I'm talking to CEO, and we're talking fine, and we're understanding each other. This guy, that's bullshit. We're like, whoa, pump the brakes, guy. All right? Fucking crazy, man. It's like, control your emotions, man. Are you, like, be professional.
I'm a bottled glass of emotions.
Like, be professional. You can state your opinion, your frustrations, but don't be like, yo, that's bullshit. You're being dishonest. I go, I'm not being dishonest. I said, sir, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but this is the truth. I'm telling you the truth, right? Yeah. I kept my emotions in check. This guy over here is fucking...
Yeah, he'd be like, yo, fuck you. But no, it doesn't work.
I almost be like, all right, Karen, sit down.
All right, Karen, chill the fuck out.
What time we got?
We got about 5 more minutes or so.
5 more minutes.
Any last minute story we can think of?
Oh, I got a funny drunk story. But I felt like I was just telling you a story for...
Yeah. You were just telling me a long ass story.
I know. I got a funny drunk story.
Oh, I got one. That's not a drunk story, but I got mine.
Do you want to tell yours first since I went? Sorry, you go. Because I felt bad. It was a long story.
Yeah,
I felt bad.
So this is what it is. Yeah, okay. It's a sales story. So I was at a sales training down in Florida, right? So before the training, first day of the training, I got to go to the bathroom. So I use the public facilities. You know, got to do my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take care of your business.
Take care of my business. So I'm hanging out in the bathroom by myself, and I hear this door clank on.
All disheveled.
Yeah, disheveled. What's going on here? So
I'm just trying to do my business.
I see the guy over there. I see the guy. I don't see the guy. I hear the guy go over to the urinal, right? And he's peeing, and he's just like grunting and like moaning. But like I know he's peeing because it sounds gross. I can hear him.
You can hear him. You can hear him.
I
You can hear him go in the bathroom. Yeah.
And he's like. Ugh.
Do you have a freaking like UTI or something?
And for like 45 seconds, like I took a snapshot of it. And for like 45 seconds, and I'm like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? So whatever. He gets to it. He finishes his business. He stops munting and groaning. Then the toilets are usually in front of the sink, so it has a little crack, so you can kind of see it. So I can see he's wearing like this really vibrant shirt. I'm like, all right. So then I finish. I go into my class for training, and then I sit down, and it's like a giant U. So I sit down kind of in the middle, and the guy at the end is the dude in the bathroom.
No.
Like, so like whatever. And he didn't really. It was like a week training. He didn't say really much at all. But like throughout the week, all the people that were meeting, I was like, yo, I'm like, you know, so and so. I'm like, look at this video I have. And like, you have a video of him. I'm like, the first day I went to the bathroom, listen to this fucking shit he's making. And everyone's like, bro, what the hell?
So the quick story is that I'm in KOP somewhere. I forgot again where it was, but no, doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going back to I'm with somebody, and we were staying at different hotels because I'm a Marriott and they were a Hilton, right? So we're staying at different hotels, and on the ride back to his hotel, I drove past. There was like a bar and a billiards hall, right? Like I'm like, oh shit, they got a billiards hall there. So the guy was gonna go back early because he had to do something. I said, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go to the billiards hall. I'm gonna shoot some pool, right? We had just got back from dinner. He had a couple glasses of wine. I'm like, I'm not going in yet. I'm like, fuck it, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shoot some pool on company dollar, right? So I go to this pool hall, and so I walk past it, right? I go there. I go up there, and I'm drinking Grey Goose doubles, right? I was like, let me get Grey Goose on the rocks with a lemon, right? And I'm shooting pool, right? Shooting pool. Oh, and this was, I was in fucking Canada. I was in Canada at the time. So I remember I having like trouble with getting money out of the vending machine. Like they thought it was fraud, right? So I had to call up. So the first strike was like, they don't accept credit card, only cash. Motherfucker. So I go to like ATM machine. Second strike, ATM machine don't freaking work on
America.
So I'm like, I should have just fucking turned back and went home, right? And so I finally called to come and get the cash, whatever. I start shooting pool. And I'm playing pool, shooting. Let me get a double. Let me get another double. Let me get fucking getting licked up right now, okay?
Liquored up.
I'm getting freaking liquored up, right? So I'm shooting, right? And then all of a sudden I'm like, all right. And now it gets to the point where I'm like, I'm not shooting well. the ball is moving. Like, all right, time me to fucking go home. Get the bill. I walk back to my hotel. I get into the hotel. And I go to I get into the hotel room, right? I go up to the floor. And I had like a really weird number. Like I remember my room number being like 13035. So it was like floor 13, room 35, right? Some weird number. So I go into the elevator and I go up. I'm like, what the fuck is 1335? I'm like, it's not fucking here. I was like, I'm on. So I'm walking around and I'm like, go back in the elevator, go back. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't find my damn room. So I go to the front desk and I'm like, excuse me, can you help me out find my room? I was like, I can't seem to find it. And she's like, what's your room number? It's like, it's 13035. She goes, honey, that's the other hotel about blocked out. I'm like, what? She goes, don't worry, it happens all the time. She's like, this is like the Courtyard Marriott. You're at like the JW Marriott. I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. But I think about it the next time I was like in a totally different wrong hotel. And I'm like, I went up the stairs, up the elevator, I'm like, where the fuck's my room?
shit!
I don't even think they had 13 floors in that hotel.
Oh my god.
Oh my! And she goes, it happens all the time. But I think about it the next day. I go, I probably walked up like, excuse me, I'm 513.
Way mountain.
Way up, I feel blessed.
Oh,
Dude,
that's classic.
I walked in the wrong fucking hotel.
Like,
You should see me I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like up and down the hall. I was like, God damn, I can't find my damn room. I'm like, I'm not this drunk. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was, man.
shit. Well, we're gonna end on that note. That's gonna do it. Justin not being able to find his damn hotel room. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give it a 5-star like, a rating on all the podcast platforms. Leave us a comment if you want. Follow Justin at the Dapper Cigar. Follow your boy over here, Eric, at the Brother Cigar. Follow the Burn Down Podcast. We're gonna leave the Burn Down Academy Instagram, but we're gonna start transferring all the other videos to the Burn Down Podcast, so it's all in one centralized location. But that's gonna do it for today. So thank you guys for joining, watching, listening.
Get yourself a clean ass t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, make sure you go DM us either on the Burn Down Brother at Dapper Cigar. We'll send you over a t-shirt. And cheers to that.
That's it. Salud.
Salud.